Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Winner Circle Sports Betting Network here on the YouTube channel. Give it a like, share, subscribe, notification bell on as we talk about some Major League Baseball today. If you're first time finding us because you're looking for the Cubbies, the Pirates, the Brew Crew, or whoever in the Central, or maybe it was just under the baseball, or you're looking for baseball previews, you found Winner Circle YouTube. We are a sports betting channel. We do free picks in baseball and basketball and football and stuff like that. So if you're just finding us for the first time, hit the like, subscribe, dig around here. We've been doing Major League Baseball for the last 2 weeks here as we gear up for the regular season. Plenty of baseball free picks to come in the future. Matt Fargo, Brian Bitler are here with me today. You can find all three of us on our sponsor site, gamblersworld.net, where we have premium top picks. Again, all sports there. So, again, head over to gamblersworld.net and give it a follow. Currently, there's basketball articles up there. There will be baseball articles coming as well. So, baseball fans, listen, me and these two cats, we got a couple other guys on the show here we do videos with. We all love baseball. We probably like it more than football. We could go and just ramble on. But we're going to try to keep this kind of short and sweet here. Today we'll be talking about the NL Central and wins, who we like to kind of go over their win total, maybe who we think will win the division, just players in general, just a little roundabout discussion here on the NL Central. We're going to start with the odds to win the division, and we'll jump into the win totals, gentlemen. All right? So here we go. We'll scroll it across the bottom for those on your phones. We got the big ticket up here for us to see as well. Cubbies leading the way here at minus 105. I tend to agree with that, right? I mean, you got the Brewers at plus 290, the Reds plus 490, the Cardinals at 850, and the Pirates at 10-1. Now, we've done some other divisions, like where the White Sox were involved and the Angels were involved. And I guess we can even put the Pirates in this mess where, really not talk about these bad teams, but at least the Pirates have a good young pitcher we'll probably talk about a little bit. I don't know. For me, guys, here, I'm a Cubby fan. I've had the Cubbies to win this division the last 2 years. I know Doug Upstone will be happy to hear that. I like their staff. I think it's a really good pitching staff. I wish they'd spend a little money, and I don't know why they traded Belly. They have money to keep guys in here, and it's always something with the lineup kind of goes awry. But if I'm looking for the value spot here, I think 100%, and I'm sure we'll all agree with this, with probably every other sports magazine out there, it is the Reds at plus 490 that probably gets us excited. The Pirates, you got Skeens, great. Let's be honest. This guy's going to be shut down in July with like arm problems, like all these young guys. I mean, he's like Mason Miller of the A's. Guy comes out, looks great as a starter, and they pull him in the bullpen. That's fine. He's exciting. The offense is terrible. They're not winning. The Cardinals, I can't believe the Cardinals are ahead of this team because I think the Cardinals will be trading away everybody in 2 months. The Brewers are the Brewers. It's the Reds. The Reds is the value play here. Matt Fargo, what do you think about these total or the odds, I should say, here for the division?
Yeah, I think they're the sleeper pick for sure. Coming into the show, they were going to be my pick to win the division at plus anywhere between like plus 475 to 490. The Cubs are the favorite, as they should be. Like you said, with the rotation, it's a great rotation, no doubt about it. If they can hold that together, they have obviously a legit shot to take it. Other than that, they didn't do a whole lot in the offseason. They got obviously Kyle Tucker. That was the big one. That was their big splash move. But other than that, they really didn't do a whole lot. Looking at their lineup, it's definitely solid, top to bottom. But I guess my concern is, the bottom half of the lineup. You have Happ, Tucker, Suzuki, Bush, and Swanson, 1 through 5, solid there. And I guess the wild card could be Matt Shaw if he does make the roster, rookie third baseman. He's supposed to be one of their best prospects coming in. Other than that, you look at Pittsburgh, you said, another bad year for them. And the two typical favorites, the Brewers and Cardinals, they're both I think they're going to go through struggling years. Milwaukee lost their big guy Adames through he was either free agency or trade. I forget which one. I think it was free agency to the Giants. And I think the Cardinals in a rebuilding year. They got rid of Goldschmidt, who's aging anyways, and they have Maradona on the market to get some prospects. I don't think they're going to do much either. So I think it's going to be a one-two race between the Cubs and the Reds this year. And I think the one thing that gives the Reds a pretty good chance is, the manager hire, Terry Francona. He's a proven winner. I think he makes them a better team right there. And their rotation, they got a couple guys through trades. They got Brady Singer, and I believe they got who's the other guy they got? Off the top of my head.
Pitcher-wise?
Maybe they didn't get another starter through a trade, but their rotation's pretty good. Hunter Green, with Singer now number 2, Abbott, who is a good young pitcher, and Lodolo's a good pitcher too.
I like Lodolo,
it's a solid rotation. Lodolo, I think, kind of faltered towards the end of the year, but for a young pitcher, that's a given. And as far as the lineup goes, Eleudio Cruz is a great player. I think he's a sleeper MVP this year. If he cuts down on his strikeouts, he led the league in strikeouts and stolen bases, which is I don't think it's ever happened before. And they traded for Gavin Lux also, who'd be a good addition to the bottom part of the lineup. So I think they're a sleeper team. I think they can do well. And as I said, with Francona, it makes them a better team right out of the gate.
Brian.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, me and Matt in Simpatico, Cincinnati Reds really jumped off the table to me. I love to turn $100 into $475. Not that it's a lock, but if you look at the Reds rotation, Rhett Lauder, their former top draft pick, maybe cracks that rotation. You got Hunter Green, who I like to contend for the Cy Young. You got Andrew Abbott and Lodolo. So you got 4. I think they're going to have – and Singer, who they picked up.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have some starting pitchers. You got some young bats in the lineup. They got a farm system. So I think the Cincinnati Reds, the Cubs are the Cubs. How many times have we seen the Cubs over the years blow a good chance to win the division? So Cubs are the best team, but I think the Reds have some good young talent, and they're worth 4 or 5 to 1 bet here.
It's I think the Cubs get the nod there because you think, all right, you got the young guys on the Reds. I mean, the Brewers. I mean, Freddie Peralta is their number 1 starter. I mean, you got Woodruff's coming back from an injury. You got Cortez is terrible. I mean, he had a half season with the Yanks. I mean, all right, you got Frelick was a young stud over there. Chorizo's a young guy. And the catcher, Contreras, is
Jackson
really
Churio is really good.
Yeah. So, but again, you look at the Reds team. I love the staff. Hunter Green. Again, I love he strikes out guys. The problem is he can only go 5 innings because he's striking out, 11 guys. He's up to 100 pitches in 4 innings because he's, just throwing so many balls. Lodolo's good. I liked Abbott. Again, young guys last year. They're going to take a step forward. Brady Singer, I loved with Kansas City. I mean, I got we're talking baseball cards for sure. I got like an auto somewhere of him. I pulled out of some crap pack back, 2 years ago when he was a rookie or whatever, 3 years ago. And they got, Nick Martinez. He is what he is. The Lux steal was nice, right? He's a guy who was supposed to be a top prospect for the Dodgers. Although McLean back, he's pretty good, that guy. And Ely, I wonder why wouldn't they move this guy to the outfield? I mean, he had Chip Trimmers brought up, I think he had 40 errors last year or something. Like, all right, how about, we put him in the outfield maybe? Put him in left? I don't know.
He's got an arm on him.
Listen, he can run like a gazelle. I mean, you're just big like that. You're going to have long strides. You can put him in center or wherever. But
center field, yeah.
I don't know. If you're not a good fielder, put him in left. He's a bad fielder. Listen, the talent is there. The talent is there. Plus 490 is, I think, definitely worth the look there. But, Brian, excuse me, Matt, what were you going to say? Looks like you're going to say
I was going to say what you said about Bitler Cruz. He not a good third baseman at all. I think did he lead the league in errors? Or I'm sorry, short. I think he played shortstop. I think he led the league in errors. And you put him in center field, he can cover a ton of ground. So I think I don't know if they've ever considered that move. I don't know if it's a smart move. I'm not a manager, so I really don't know. But it would make sense. It would make sense to me. I don't know. And going back to the Brewers, their rotation's awful. They don't have an ace. Peralta's their ace. He's their number 1. Yeah, he's solid. Don't get me wrong. But other than
I mean,
that,
that's the
Tobias Myers had a good year. They traded for Cortez, and I don't even know who the 3 and 4s are this year.
Aaron Savali picked up. I mean, he was traded from Cleveland to Tampa Bay. When Tampa Bay gets rid of a pitcher, you kind of know something's wrong with him.
Right.
No, and again, that's fine for like a back end kind of guy, but not a team that's the second. Again, though, let's look at, we could talk about these guys, and we will right now as we get into the win totals. 86.5 for the Cubbies, 82.5 for the Brewers, 79.5 Reds, Cardinals 75.5, Pirates 75.5. Again, I'm sorry, the Pirates. I just can't take it serious. Do I like Skeens? Yeah, who doesn't like him? Jared Jones, Mitch Keller. You got some decent young guys there. But what do you got in this lineup? I mean, Joey Bart. The Giants got rid of him, so there's that. Spencer Horwitz, Brian Hayes. Like, this guy was supposed to be like a good top prospect for him. I mean, he hasn't really taken a step forward. IKF, Tommy Pham. I mean, Brian Reynolds is always on the block. Andrew McCutchen for a retirement. Now, will this team maybe win a little bit in April like they did last year and kind of get people a little excited? It's possible. I'm not expecting much. The Cardinals, I think, will be a fire sale eventually. How these guys have fallen. I'm going to take an under. I didn't think I have a bunch of unders. I didn't touch this division. Let me check my little preview. I may actually have the. Did I take the Cubs over? Of course I did, because I'm a derelict. 86.5. And I got an 85.5. I got 2 of them. Whatever. Again, I do these things like this. I don't know why. I enjoy the punishment for a long season. I jump on teams I kind of like. The Brew Crew, again, where's the pitching coming from? Not interested. Cubbies over. I hit it already. 85.5, 86.5. I'm what am I risking here? 5, 6, like 680 for a nickel or something like that. Whatever it was, minus 115. I put a 500 on these things. We'll see how it does. That's my favorite for the division here. Cubbies over. Again, this is my 3rd time in a row jumping on these cats. Hopefully the 3rd time's a charm. I don't know. What do you think, Bri?
You're a glutton for punishment, maybe.
I should really just jump on this Cardinal one because I think the Cardinals will be gray. All these guys will be out the door.
Yeah, for me in these win totals here, I'm going Cubs under 86.5. I just think it's a little bit inflated. Love the Cincinnati Reds over 79.5, obviously. Cardinals under 75.5. And the Pirates won 76 last year. I know there's a little bit of Pirate passion, and they don't have the lineup, but with Keller, Jones, and Skeens, all depending on how long they keep Skeens out there, I think the Pirates can get to 77 wins. They got to 76 last year. I like this young team.
I'm going to say in this division, I think the 76 is possible because I really think the Cardinals are going to be bad. I think the Cardinals could be like a 65-win team.
Yep.
Matt.
Yeah, I'm with Brian with the Reds over. I think they could be sneaky good this year if they stay healthy and that staff, the young staff comes along. And I'm also going with the Cardinals under. I'm not going to say they're in tank mode, but they're definitely in rebuilding mode. Like I mentioned, they've already got rid of Goldschmidt. They want to put Arenado on the market, get some young talent. Their lineup is decent, no doubt about it, but their pitching just not sold on that either. Sonny Gray's their number 1. Really good pitcher, no doubt about it. But other than that, it's pretty suspect. Last year, what they win last year? 77 it was? Or no, 83, but their total this year is 77. I think it's going to go under. I think there are too many variables in the mix here with the St. Louis. And I think when you have a division with a lot of parity, this is a team I think that could be hurt the most because the rotation is not very good, similar to Milwaukee, and the offense has already taken a hit, might take another hit. So I like St. Louis under and the Reds over. Cubbies I have no real opinion on. I think it's right around where it should be. And I would lean to Pittsburgh under. I think they overachieved a little bit last season with their 76 wins. As Higgsy mentioned earlier, Paul Skeens might not make it this year. Like I mentioned earlier in another show about the loss of Garrett Cole for the season, which I don't root for injuries. And I don't want Paul Skeens to get hurt. I think he's great for the game. But there's a possibility he might not make it. Who knows? If they do shut him down, he's a young arm. Do they want him going 200 innings this year? I don't know. So I think I have a lean to the Pirates under as well.
I just took the under 76 for St. Louis and over 80 for the Cincinnati Reds here. So,
sounds good. I like it.
I'm up to 3,000 in baseball futures now. 250 a pop. You gotta love having crazy offshores with the credit. People, you gotta be able to lock up this long-term kind of stuff, because worst case, and let's be honest, I do these things. I split out. Sometimes I do all right with the wins. Maybe I go like 5-3, 4-4, but I look at this one. Oh my goodness. I got minus 155 on the over 79.5. Oh my goodness. Come on. Why do they do this to me? I'd rather just have the 80. And you can't even buy a half a win. I don't have the
right. And another thing with the Reds, like last year, I forget what their record was. I know they only won 18 one-run games. I think they were 18-35, I want to say. So even if you flip 8 of those, they're right in the mix. And it's funny, like last year, their win total was 82.5. And it's lower this year. And I think they're going to be better this year. So I think there's value there on Cincinnati, looking at it from that regard.
So this is, risking 388 for 250 on this minus 155.
If you waited a little bit, or maybe went into a different book, maybe you could get a better number on that Reds where you wouldn't be laying that kind of juice.
Yeah, well, the other one wasn't bad. It was 80 minus 115, So I could live with that one.
Yep.
I'm just, I always just put the same in both things, and I don't know why, because I just double up my losses. I don't worry about when it wins. Wins are great. So I might double up my losses. What is this? This is under 76. Yeah, and the other one is 75.5. I'm not going to use that one. You know what? I'm not going to use it. Get out of here. I'm canceling that wager. I'll keep it in one. I'm keeping it in just one. I'm not risking that. No, see, I could always jump on these mid-season if I want to. No, crossing it out of my sheet. Ridiculous. Playing 155 juice. Don't do that. All right. So our favorite play here is probably going to be the Reds, right? We like the Reds to win the division at plus 490. So Reds, and they're over. Brian wasn't really high on the Reds, right? You didn't like the 79.5. You thought it.
Oh, I'm high on the Reds. I'm as high as you can get on the Reds.
Oh, so you're on the over as well.
Yep.
There you go. Each show we've done so far, we've kind of zeroed in on one team. Looking back now, we Doug Upstone, Chip Terms, myself were like, Red Sox. They were plus like 425. We're like the Yankees. They got no Stanton. There's no lineup. The pitching staff. And sure enough, here we go. Stanton out, Cole out. So here with the Reds, again, what do you got looking for here? The Cardinals are dealers. The Brew Crew, pitching staff, light. The Cubbies, they're the Cubbies. They had a Billy Goat curse for 100 years. They won a title, and they're ready to sit on their heels for the next 75 years. Pirates, let's go from plus 490. It's the way to go here, folks. It's the way to go here. So take the Reds. I'm telling you, take the Reds. I took them. We were just talking about it. There you go. Again, this is our little baseball preview show here for the NL Central. We did the NL East. We did the AL West, the AL Central, the AL East. Soon to be the NL West will be coming up shortly. We put them up, not all at one time, so we kind of spread them out. We want you to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you know when we roll out our baseball videos here. And, of course, the GamblesWorld.net for our premium stuff. We have articles there right now currently for college basketball tournaments. There will be articles there for Major League Baseball. You got a lot of baseball guys here. There'll be plenty of picks for you on the channel here with baseball coming up. As I said, we're going to have a couple more baseball videos on the way. And that's a wrap here. Again, hit the like. That's all we ask. Who do you like in the NL Central? Put it in the comments section. Let me know. You got a win total. You like a team. You like an MVP, Cy Young, under innings pitch, whatever you got. Put it in the chat here. But for Brian Bitler, Matt Fargo, myself, Gamblers World and Winner Circle, appreciate you tuning in for a little bit here. Baseball, right around the corner. I wish you could play the Mel Allen This Week in Baseball music. All right, I'm out of here. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.